Won't you share yours with me?
Wait, again?
All right.
Dave
Well-
J.
Now, what's his name?
Said Dave, then J, then D, and J. Wait, I heard a bunch of things, but then the camera was on, so
It's
can you
back.
reintroduce yourself? Because I don't want to fuck it up.
Hi, I'm Dave J. Dave J. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Dave
Good to see
J.
you.
It's good to see you. You know, when someone read you were coming on the show, Allison, who is a drummer in a band of mine, the Rude Ones, said you played for her kid's school or something.
I did.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
yes, Allison Mees.
Yeah. Allison Mazer.
How are you, Allison?
Allison. Yes, and Allison
Yeah, that was
is
a
who
fun
said
day.
it's chocolate cupcake day. All right, Jurgen?
Ooh,
Totally.
tasty cakes.
No choking
Pay
allowed.
no attention to the man choking on the pigskin. This is where it's at
Well,
right
it's
here.
because it's also National Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day.
It
So
is.
these are hot pork skin rinds in honor of National Scrapple Day. Now, do you know what's in Scrapple?
Not quite.
I read about it, and it's pretty disgusting. It is, it's almost like a hot dog. It's like all the
Lips
stuff
and
that they
assholes.
don't use, exactly, intestines, all the things that they don't use when they make you have meat or
Hot
whatever.
dogs.
And then they put it in the scrapple, and they cook it all together and make it in a loaf and cut it all up. But that's why
When they make it in a loaf.
I was
It's like
trying to
head cheese,
find
but
it.
with balls and butts.
I was trying to
It's like
find
butt
Scrapple.
cheese.
It was hard to find, so I thought this was close.
I thought you said
Okay.
Scrabble, so I brought
Okay.
my board game.
So let's go to Dave J. Dave J, what don't you do? Because I see that you're a songwriter, a producer,
Check.
a performer.
Check.
You play for children. You play
Yes.
for grown-ups. What don't you do?
Not, oh man. Did I mention that they're the recipe of pork rinds? Do you know what the ingredients in pork, what don't I do?
Oh, there you
That
go.
made no sense. Okay. Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You
Well,
do a lot of fun
I am a
things.
songwriter, as you mentioned, a performer, and a storyteller. I
Okay.
do characters. I perform for special needs kids and adults.
That's
That's
awesome.
wonderful.
I enjoy that. Thank you.
Well, this
Thank
is
you.
a special need kid
Well,
right here.
Kind of, but actually I have my own thing where we do a thing for the Elks Club called Concert Crusade.
Yes,
which Rue
That's
and
what I
hosted.
mean. Exactly.
It goes along with what music is all about. You know, it's humanity, and it's nice to help kids and play kids because they're the future. It's cool to have someone that you go play. Now you go play in the schools. Now
Right?
Allison's a teacher. Is that how this works?
No, she is a child.
That's right. It was a
Kid-
fair to raise money for the school.
Okay, and these are kids. This is local New York.
Regulars.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you show up. What kind of songs do you play there?
Kind of an upbeat, fun, and also I do a thing called insightful entertainment. And what that is just, it's kind of a fun way to learn. So I've both written songs that are fun and upbeat, but
Can
also...
you give us?
Can I ask you a question? Well, you're asking
Sure.
what songs he's done. 'Cause I was going to say the same thing. Because now, when I was a kid, our music instructor would do the same thing, and especially during Christmas, we get together. And there was one particular song which taught me about my feelings, and I'm wondering, do you play for little kids?
Yes, I do.
Do you know the "It's All Right to Cry" song?
It's all right to cry. Free to be you and me, right?
Kind of. But
It's fun.
that's kind of what they taught me. Now, when I was a kid, my favorite little kid song was "It's all right to cry, crying gets the sad out of you. It's all right to
Rosie
cry.
Greer, right?
It might make you feel
You know what I'm talking
better."
That's
So,
right.
And
you
then
do that kind of stuff for little kids.
Sure,
Okay,
something
cool.
like
It's
that.
all right to cry, kids.
It is.
I cry a lot.
I cried in those pork rinds when I was choking.
All right. So, but do you write all your material that you perform?
Yes, most of my material I write, or I'll take some of those children's classics and Dave J-ify them.
Yeah, like the traditional ones.
Right, like-
Twinkle Twinkle.
That would be one.
Can I
that-
hear how you do it?
Well, I don't actually have a version of that yet.
The cat came back.
But
the
I
very
do
next
have-
day.
Oh, I just
That's
heard
a great
that.
tune.
Do you know I heard on the radio the other day? The bitch came back the very next day.
Is that one that you sing at the school?
I heard it on the radio.
Is that right? Is that a program?
They just
Game
redid
doesn't
Jack
for the
and
kids.
Jack.
That one.
Did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was driving
The
from
bitch is
Maine.
back.
I heard. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, it wasn't. It
Was
was.
this a Dave J song?
No, it was
Oh.
on the radio
Okay.
in a car the other day. I heard the bitch came back. They thought she was a goner. There was the cat came back. Done it.
So done to the tune of The Cat Came Back.
Yes, on the radio, in a car. Yes, I just heard it. I was like, I forgot until you just said that.
Wonderful.
It's like a zoot.
Oh, you know what? That's just those pork rinds got everything flowing.
Well, you're the only one that ate them.
Don't eat them now. Look what they're doing to me.
So, So I'd like to mention.
Yes.
So as an example, to answer your question,
Yes.
I would do the, instead of old MacDonald had a farm, old
Okay.
MacDonald had a gym.
Oh,
There you go. And all
With,
the horses working out on the different instruments. And
with a bicycle here and a
all that kind
treadmill
of stuff.
there.
Yeah, that's kind of a recorded one that I have.
Gym for animals.
I just
I got the visual.
I
I
like
know.
to riff with the kids.
Very
and,
cool.
be very impromptu.
Things
and,
they can relate to.
Work off what's going on in the kids' room.
Yeah, it has to be that way.
That's right. And I have a thing called insightful entertainment, which are these little music video shorts that are designed to teach kids about everything from
Is
punctuation
that like back in the day, like
yeah, like Schoolhouse Rock.
yeah, like
right?
conjunction,
You
junction,
got it.
what's your function?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except I have the punctuation people. You got mom and pop parentheses, the parents of the punctuation.
Ah.
Dot period, the dot father. Go do this, period. That kind of thing.
Oh, I like that.
It's the Riddler on the roof et al.
Hey.
I like
And
it.
then I've got 1 minute autobiography, which are these 1 minute little short songs sung from a first person perspective to teach kids about famous people from history.
Oh,
And where
and
can
who do you
people
got?
find this?
Now they can see this all on my brand newly revamped website, davejay.com. That's DAVEJAY.com.
Nice. Now, when I was Googling you, there's other Dave Jays, you know.
Yes, there is an Israeli artist named Dave Jay. There's this British guy who's a musician.
Yeah, did you know your name was so popular?
Who knew?
What's the
Right.
J for? Is that last name?
J-A-Y.
J-Y? Okay, because I'm a big baseball fan. I think Davy J. I think right away Davy Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Mets.
Yeah, big Mets fan. I'm just curious.
Flushing.
Are you a
Flushing.
Are
is
you?
it Jay
Mets
anything
and
to do
Jets.
with Johnson or is it Jason? Jay, is it?
I was a big Davy Johnson fan, and I
Okay.
thought that's why I'll go with Dave Jay.
Oh, is that
Nice.
right? So it's not your name?
How did you know?
Oh,
Because he's
he has
psychic.
it.
That's
He's
what
in
it
it.
This is Herman
It's
Munster.
Met fans.
He has,
That's what it is.
he
Yeah.
has
Right
more
on.
than a brain under this.
They're the
hat.
only team to win a World Series on crack. What's Met spelled backwards? What?
Crack?
STEM. You know, hey. So you mentioned some of these characters that you do, these first person.
Yes.
Can you give us a couple examples of some of the people you do?
Well, I do
Yeah.
Einstein. I do
Yeah.
one as Shakespeare.
Cool.
I do one as Babe Ruth.
Let me hear
Oh!
it. Where you are now, Dave J.
Left foot off the, it's, oh yeah, right, okay. If I really should know the
What's the
Shakespeare
who's Babe?
story.
Can you do us a Babe Ruth? What is Babe Ruth?
I did him with a little bit of George Herman Ruth. I gave him a little bit of that.
Wow.
So you tell kids to drink beer and eat hot
Yeah.
dogs? Is that what it's
blown away you
about?
are by my Babe Ruth. Are you? That's what it
I'm
is.
blown away by your impressions.
What's the message for Babe Ruth to the kids? Is it to drink beer and eat hot dogs?
All
You
the
like
time.
Babe Ruth,
That's
can
right.
you?
And if you can't get the hot dogs,
Have some pork rinds.
That's very cool. And do you go to schools weekly? I mean, you go to
as
different
much
schools
as,
you visit?
as much as I
Very
can
cool.
to go back and play and in between other gigs. And
It's guys like you that inspired when I was a kid, and I was into music, and when you're a kid, you're approaching a lot of different things. You want to be so many different things, and you don't know where to go. And I got to tell you what, it was always a guy with a guitar that had an outgoing personality that came to my school that taught me more than teachers could teach all day. And it teaches kids to be ambitious, to be creative, to discover things, to be who they want to be, and to be inspired in a fun way, and to make fun out of history, because history repeats itself.
That's
People
right.
like you shape artists, so I want to give you a lot of
That's
credit
very
for that.
kind of you. Thank you.
But it is true.
It takes one to know one,
There,
Cheers.
it does, exactly. So we're going to take a quick break and come back and hear you play, because
Great.
we want to hear you play. Then we're going to get a skeleton from your closet. And then you can pick if you want a chocolate cupcake or these wonderful, infamous pork rinds that are here for Scrapple. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
ReW WhO is where dreams are made of. It's time to excite you.